The Crows have blown the chance to host a home final next week, losing to Geelong by a whopping 39 points. That means Adelaide fans will be heading back to Victoria next week. Tom Wren joins us live. And Tom, how are the finals shaping up?
Well, Will, basically the Adelaide Crows have finished in 7th spot, so that means that they're going to play the 6th placed Western Bulldogs next week. Now, as it turns out, if they had have won today, because the Western Bulldogs lost, they actually would have hosted the final next Saturday night, but instead, because they lost against the Cats today, and what was a pretty disappointing performance, they'll play them at the MCG on Saturday night. As it is playing at the moment, Richmond will take on North Melbourne in another elimination final, and then we'll have 2 other finals as well. First, we'll play 4th. That's likely to be Fremantle taking on Sydney, and then West Coast will take on Hawthorn in the other final as well. So that's the way it's looking at the moment. Still a couple of games that need to be played out for that to happen, but the Crows are definitely set to take on the Western Bulldogs next Saturday night at the MCG. Now, importantly, Will, for members, they can get tickets. This is members for the Adelaide Footy Club as of Monday morning from 9 a.m, and the general public can get tickets to that game from 2 p.m. on Monday. So it's sure to be a hotly contested game, and one that the Crows will be looking forward to. The first time they've been in the final since 2012. Let's hope they can get off to a winning start. Will? Yeah,
indeed. Thanks very much, Tom Wren. We'll talk to you later in the bulletin. And the ongoing Patrick Dangerfield sideshow has been playing out in Geelong. Jared Brevy's been following the Crows and joins us live. And Jared, probably a distraction the team didn't really need.
Yeah, Will, Crows players and officials have just left the Melbourne airport and are on their way back to Adelaide, hoping to put this Geelong trip well and truly behind them and focus on that finals game next week. It has been somewhat of a circus in Geelong over the past few days, with seemingly the entire town now behind the play to bring Patrick Dangerfield back home for good. And it continued today at Simmons Stadium, catching the ire of Crows supporters who did turn out in big numbers. Cats courtship target Patrick Dangerfield wasn't keen to exchange glances this morning as his teammates took a stroll in his hometown, but fans weren't being shy about their feelings as they descended on the cattery ahead of the game.
He's going to be at Cats next year.
Nah, no way. Cats spent force.
Many possessive Crows fans there to chaperone the ball getter weren't impressed by Geelong's advances.
I think it's all a bit of a big joke, actually.
Perhaps they could have waited until the end of the season to put on this sort of an appeal.
Chief matchmaker Darren Lyon even offered his mayoral limousine to Danger's grandfather, hoping to put some family pressure on Paddy to go home, but the attempted buttering up failed to impress.
No. I think a few people had a word in his ear. No, he's popping into quarter time to meet the president and get around the family and the cattery people.
And during the game, catcalling from admirers in the crowd.
Well, Dangerfield getting a cheer from the Geelong fans, the hopeful Geelong fans.
North Melbourne's decision to rest players left almost no hope of a home final.
Very disappointing, very disappointing.
Not happy. Not happy. Tanking.
Despite the loss in Geelong today, fans are confident the Crows can go all the way and they'll be there with them.
What the Crows have been through, it'd just be really special if they did.
Got to see them through to the end.
It's not over till the fat lady sings, is it? And she hasn't sung yet.
Jared Brevy, 9 News.